Some people don't argue. They confuse you into silence. Ever been in a relationship, romantic, friendly, or even at work, that just felt a little off? You couldn't explain it, but something just felt off. You start doubting yourself, apologizing for things you never even did wrong. That's not just toxic, that's manipulation. So today we'll go over 6 simple psychological steps to stop falling for their tricks and take your power back. No shouting, no drama, just calm control. 1. See them for who they are. Manipulators don't argue to convince you. They argue to weaken you. And they're good at it. They make you doubt your judgment, so you'll start relying on theirs. Maybe you tell a friend that something they said hurt you, and instead of owning it, they say, "Oh, come on, you're overreacting again. You always make things dramatic." With one line, they've dismissed your feelings and made you question your own perception. That's not just careless. That's manipulation, plain and simple. So the first step isn't to fight them, it's to see them. If someone keeps making you feel guilty, confused, or scared to speak up, that's not love, that's control. 2. Don't take the bait manipulators feed off your reaction. They want you angry, defensive, and emotional, because that's when they win. They'll say something offensive, ignore you, or play the victim, just to make you lose your cool. The angrier you get, the more control they have. So when they throw the bait, don't bite. Take a breath, pause. Stay calm. That's your real power. Let's say you're at work and a coworker smirks and says, "Well, I didn't expect anything better from you anyway." He's not looking for a discussion. He's looking for a reaction. But if you stay calm and simply say, "When you're ready to talk seriously, we can do that. You've just cut off his fuel. You didn't take the bait." Or imagine someone sighing and saying, "Everyone disappoints me. No one ever understands me." They want you to feel guilty, to jump in and fix it. Instead, you say calmly, "I'm sorry you feel that way. When you're ready to talk about it, I'm here." You've acknowledged the feeling, but refused the drama. Sometimes the manipulation is even quieter. They suddenly ignore you, disappear. They want you to panic, to chase them. But you don't. You stay still. You send one message. "When you're ready to talk calmly, I'll be here." And you stop there. Every time you stay calm, you break the spell. They can't control you, unless you let them. Stay calm. That's your real power. 3. Don't over-explain yourself. Manipulative people love when you explain. Every extra word gives them something to twist. If you start defending your feelings, you've already entered their frame. Picture this. You tell your partner, "I didn't like that you left me waiting without letting me know." They smile softly and say, "It's not a big deal. You're being dramatic again." You always take things personally. They're calm, even kind, but in that moment, they've shifted the blame onto you. And before you know it, you're saying, "No, I'm not being dramatic. I just wanted to know if you'd be late." And suddenly you're apologizing for how you feel. That's the trap. So when you catch yourself explaining too much, stop. Go back to your truth. Speak short, calm, steady. "That's how I felt. That's what I decided. It was important to me. No defenses, no debates, just truth. Your goal isn't to convince them, it's to protect your peace." Manipulators can't handle calm certainty because they can't twist it. 4. Watch actions, not words. Manipulative people always say the right things. "I love you. I care about you. I'm only doing this for your own good." The words sound perfect, but the actions tell another story. And that's where the truth lives. Inconsistency is always the red flag. Maybe they say, "You know how much I respect you," but they interrupt you, mock your opinions, or decide things for you without asking. Their words ask for trust, but their behavior demands silence. That's when you trust your eyes, not your ears. The truth's not in what they say, it's in what they keep doing. Emotional clarity means seeing beyond words, seeing who they are, not who they pretend to be. And once you start seeing things clearly, it's time to act. 5. Set boundaries without guilt. Manipulative people can't stand boundaries. Every time you say no, they hear you're losing control. So they'll try to make you feel guilty. They'll say you're cold, that you've changed, that you don't care anymore. But they don't say that because they care. They say it because they can't control you anymore. Let's say you tell them, "I don't want to talk about this right now." They sigh, "Wow, you've become so cold lately." You used to care. That sting of guilt you feel? That's the trap. You want to explain, to prove you're still kind, still loving. Don't. Your no is not aggression, it's protection. Set boundaries calmly and firmly. "Don't talk to me that way. I'm not discussing this right now. If this keeps going, I'm walking away." No yelling, no justifying. Your calm does all the work. The quieter and steadier your boundaries are, the faster their power fades. Because manipulators can't fight calm. They fear it. 6. Don't try to win. A manipulator doesn't want resolution. They want conflict. They want you to explode so they can say, "See, you're the problem." Imagine this. At a family gathering, they make a cutting remark about you in front of everyone. Your instinct says, fight back, prove them wrong. But instead you say calmly, "I'm not discussing this right now." And you walk away. That's not weakness. That's real strength. Because when you stop reacting, you take away their only weapon, your emotional energy. The real victory isn't proving them wrong. It's not letting them touch your emotions. Once they lose that, they lose everything. A manipulative person doesn't fear your anger. They fear your silence. They don't fear your voice. They fear the moment you stop apologizing. Because when you stop feeding them your energy, they lose their power. You don't have to beat them. You just have to stop playing their game. That's their loss. And your freedom. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more videos like this one.